Greetings folks, and I hope the 1/6 scale Santa is poised above your 1/6 scale chimney wherever you are in collecting land, and welcome back to the channel. Yes folks, it's that time of year again. Yeah, it's time for the best 1/6 scale figures of 2025, or at least in my collection. And what a year 2025 has been. I've got to say, in all my years of collecting, I think it's one of the best years we've ever had, and 2026 promises to be even better. We have seen hot toys churning and burning, love them or loathe them. They've given us some of the best and the worst figures of the year. We've seen Kaustic Plastik knocking it out of the park with those classic IPs. We've seen Inart taking figure making, 1/6 scale figure making, to a whole different level. So yeah, what a year it's been in 1/6 scale. But yeah, time for the rundown, time for the top 10 of the year. Now this will come at you in chronological order, and it's been no easy feat selecting 10 and then arranging them into a top 10 order, but I've somehow managed it. And please remember, these are my personal choices. Yours may differ, and if they do, let me know in the comment section below. We're not going to start with number 10, ironically. We're going to start with number 11, because number 11 is Mrs. Go Figure's Figure of the Year. But before we do that, I'd like to send the usual huge shout out to everybody who's supported the channel over 2025. Your support has been phenomenal. It keeps the channel going. So please drop a like and hype on this video, as it helps other people find the channel. And if you haven't already, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon, so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale news, reviews, previews, showcases, tours, and all that other good stuff that we've got coming up before the end of the year and into 2026 as well. So without further ado, let's dive in with number 11 and find out what Mrs. Go Figure's Figure of the Year is. Okay folks, let's kick off this roundup of the best of 2025 with Mrs. Go Figure's Figure of the Year. And yes folks, you're seeing this right, it's a Sideshow figure. Now, I've been less than complimentary about Sideshow in the past, as regulars to the channel will know, but I think they had quite a good year in 2025 and put out a couple of good figures, and this is one of them, hence why it's Mrs. Go Figure's Figure of the Year. But let's have a look at Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. Let's get the negatives out of the way straight away so we can focus on the positives. Yes, it's got that nondescript Sideshow stand that unfortunately most of their figures come with. This is on the Hot Toys Thanos Endgame battle damaged base, which regulars to the channel will know I use for a lot of figures. And yeah, it's lacking in accessories, just some swap out hands. And you get the book of the handbook for the recently deceased as well, and that's pretty much it as far as accessories go. But let's talk the good stuff. Proportions absolutely nailed on. That outfit very, very well done and screen accurate. Stitch work excellent. That dirtied up shirt looks really, really good, as does the tie. No, it's not perfect, but damn, it's the Sideshow have made a fist of it here. You've got a fat suit underneath that body there, which can crease on that shirt and be a little bit of a ball ache, but overall I think the proportions, the outfit, the screen accuracy, the articulation on this figure, which has been a bugbear of mine with Sideshow figures, is not an issue either. The hands are really, really nicely done. The skin tones, the textures, the paint applications, crease work, all on point. And let's talk about this head sculpt. I think Sideshow have done a really, really good job here. From that wool hair, which they've used on more than one occasion this year, it's unmistakably Keaton, unmistakably Beetlejuice. You've got that gnarly green effect going around the hairline there and on the chin. The teeth are suitably gruesome. The eyes have got that purple makeup. The white face paint, very, very good. The eyes are the right colour, super glassy and absolutely on point. And yeah, an excellent head sculpt here from Sideshow, and an excellent overall figure. And Mrs. Go Figure says that she picked this figure as Figure of the Year because she can't walk past it without it putting a smile on her face. And that's what 1/6 scale figure collecting should be all about. So there you have it folks, that's Beetlejuice, Mrs. Go Figure's Figure of the Year. On to the next. Okay folks, so coming in at number 10, it's another Sideshow figure. Yes, you heard that right folks, another Sideshow figure. And I mentioned they had a good year. You could have knocked me down with a feather when I got this one in hand. I was so close to not actually picking this figure up, but I'm so glad that I did. And yeah, it's Pennywise, aka Tim Curry, from the original two-part TV show. And what a figure Sideshow gave us. Absolutely nailed on. I was amazed when I first got this one in hand. Stunning piece here, some amazing work from Sideshow, but what makes it so special? Well, straight away you can see those proportions are absolutely nailed on. The outfit, screen accuracy is there in spades, the stitch work, the colouring, the detailing on the outfit, from the pom-poms to that waistcoat and the ruffles around the neck, all absolutely excellent. Once again, it does suffer with that minor issue that Sideshow has, which is that dull as dishwater stand that they give us, but really that's a minor issue here. Overall, an absolutely phenomenal piece. You get swap out hands, you get a swap out head sculpt. I don't tend to use it, it's the monster head sculpt with the teeth bed, but while we're here, let's talk this head sculpt, and an absolutely phenomenal piece of work here from Sideshow. That wool hair, like the Beetlejuice figure that we just looked at, the makeup, the creasing on the face itself, the nose, the eyes are super glassy, absolutely on point. That menacing grin is captured perfectly, and this thing is absolutely Tim Curry all over. A fantastic piece of work in my opinion here, and the second head sculpt is just as good. You also get these amazing balloons here that you can hold in this hand, and just a fantastic piece of work here from Sideshow. And had it not been for some even more stunning figures that were released in 2025, I think this might have been higher up the list, but there you have it, folks. That is number 10 on Mr. Go Figures' Best Figures of 2025. It's Pennywise, courtesy of Sideshow. On to the next. Okay folks, so coming in at number 9, it's a pair of figures, and it's Kaustic Plastik's first appearance in this roundup of the Best of 2025, but I suspect not their last. And it's their Toshiro Mifune figures that they gave us earlier this year. Now, this position in the chart is going to 2 figures because they came as a pair, and I can't get a piece of paper between these 2 guys. So let's have a quick look at them. What makes them so special? Well, we'll start with those bases. Now, a lot of companies out there do magnetic bases, but I don't think anyone does them quite as well as Kaustic Plastik. These are excellent. They hold the figure securely, they support them really well. Love the designs, and they just look excellent. But it's the figures that we're here to look at, and these are stunning. Both of them are. They really are an amazing piece of work, and a testament to the actor himself, probably the greatest Japanese actor of all time, and also the skill making in 1/6 scale, the skill that goes into this from Kaustic Plastik, and their devotion to their subject matter. Absolutely superb pair of figures, these. If you are a Toshiro Mifune fan, if you're a Kaustic Plastik fan, really they're a must-have. The outfits, now, as we all know, Kaustic Plastik are amazing tailors, and these outfits have been tailored within an inch of their life. They are superb. The materials used are phenomenal. The screen accuracy is there in spades. The quality of the material, the stitch work, absolutely cannot be faulted here from Kaustic Plastik. The accessories are beautiful, from those fantastic swords to the small little touches like the items that each of these figures carries. From the gourd to the small box that you can see there, all beautifully sculpted, beautifully painted, and a stunning pair of figures. But let's talk these head sculpts. Absolutely stunning pair of head sculpts. I'm going to get as close as I can to this one so you can see the level of detailing here. Phenomenal skin tones, skin textures, the hair absolutely on point in both of these figures, although there is some years between them. They are unbelievable figures. I am so glad I picked these up. Not your normal run-of-the-mill 1/6 scale figures, but I, as regulars to the channel will know, I absolutely love the work that Kaustic Plastik is doing with these IPs, and they're creating figures that I want in my collection from IPs that I want to see in 1/6 scale. So there you have it, folks. That is Kaustic Plastik's take on Toshiro Mifune, and a well-deserved number 9 slot in the chart. So on to the next. Okay folks, so coming in at number 8, it's Hot Toys' first entry into this top 10 figures of 2025. And I suspect probably not their last. Before you hit that keyboard, saying this should be number one. It's fair to say at this point, you could probably rearrange this top 10 into any order that suits you, because they are all phenomenal figures, probably bar the number one slot. They can pretty much come at you in any order. I think they're all fantastic. But yeah, it was a year for 2.0 releases from Hot Toys, and they gave us the highly anticipated battle-damaged Terminator from the T2 movie, and hopefully rectified a lot of the issues that the first one had. Although that is considered to be a grail and a bit of a classic. But let's have a quick look at this guy. Let's start with the diorama base. Now, Hot Toys bases can be hit and miss. I think this one is an absolute hit. From the light up feature in that base there to replicate the foundry, to the wall in the background there, the railings, all absolutely nailed on, and a great way to display this figure. But probably more importantly, the improvements on this figure. Well, Hot Toys went all in. They gave us this all leather outfit. We've been crying out for it for years, and they finally gave it us, and excellent it is too. That new 2.0 head sculpt, what can I say? It is excellent. I had a few minor issues about the size of the eyes in the full review, and if you wanted to see a full review of any of these figures, please check out the channel on the homepage. They've all had full reviews if you want to get up close and personal with them. But yeah, a massive improvement on the original head sculpt, in my opinion. Please don't shoot the messenger. Skin tones, skin textures, battle damage, likeness to Arnie, it's all there. The proportions are nailed on, absolutely superb here, as you can see. And that battle damage, well, the battle damage, although not vastly different to the original figure itself, it still looks amazing. You've got that ripped section at the knee there with all the flesh exposed, and the skeleton underneath there, beautifully painted to give it that metallic look. The accessories are phenomenal, with all the weapons that you'd expect. The bulk is there, that chest wound is there, the articulation is there, pretty much everything is there. And as I say, it had been a year for 2.0 releases from Hot Toys, but they absolutely nailed this one. And a suitable recipient and a suitable entry in the top 10 figures of the year, in my opinion. So on to the next. Okay folks, so in at number 7, it's another Hot Toys figure and another 2.0 figure. It is Hot Toys 2.0 version of Michael Keaton as Batman from Batman Returns. What can I say about this figure? Stunning piece of work, hot contender for the number one slot if there wasn't so many other great figures this year. Let's start with that diorama base. Absolutely excellent, suitably gothic. Love the brickwork, love the interchangeable pieces at the front here. So some great work with that base, but it's the figure itself. And this shows that 2.0 versions really do make sense when they're done properly. The suit itself, suitably screen accurate, very, very well done. Proportions nailed on. Accessories comes replete with all the accessories that you'd expect with a Batman figure, and multiple swap out hands, and overall a really, really good job. Yes, that cape does suffer a little bit from the old Hot Toys issue, and they could do with addressing their cape issues, but that's a minor niggle. The cowl, the head sculpt, the swap out mouth plates, if I can get close enough here, absolutely excellent. Keaton all over from Batman Returns, and a simply amazing figure. And I'm going to chance my arm here. I think this is quite possibly one of the best 1/6 scale Batman figures ever made. There you have it, folks. I know there'll be people who disagree with me, and that's fine, but that's just my opinion. And you also get with this figure as well the amazing Michael Keaton head sculpt, the uncowled head sculpt. And I think we need to have a quick look at that as well. Even though it will be on the Mars Toys body, you'll get an idea of just how good that is as well. So yeah, really a fantastic piece here from Hot Toys, deserving of the 7th place slot, if not higher, and yeah, just a great centerpiece for anybody who is a Batman collector or just a 1/6 scale figure collector. This goes to show when Hot Toys put their mind to it and do it right, they can absolutely knock it out of the park. But let's have a look at that Keaton head sculpt. Okay folks, just to show you how good that 1/6 scale Keaton head sculpt is from Hot Toys, we've stuck it on the Mars Toys Bruce Wayne body, and as you can see, it's a phenomenal head sculpt that they gave us here with this 2.0 Batman. And I'm going to chance my arm here, and I'm going to say I think this is quite possibly the best 1/6 scale Keaton Batman head sculpt we have ever seen. I think it is that good. Skin tones, skin textures, all nailed on. The eyes are super glassy. The hair, really, really well done. And there isn't an angle here where this isn't Bruce Wayne and it isn't Michael Keaton. Yeah, so a great addition to that 2.0 from Hot Toys. Fantastic figure and a well-deserved place in the best figures of 2025. Well, Hot Toys seem to be dominating the charts this year, and there's no change there at number 6 with another Hot Toys entry. But will they get the coveted number 1 spot? Stay around to find out. This time at number 6 we have yet another 2.0 version of a figure from Hot Toys, and this time it's Robert Patrick as the T-1000 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Another long-awaited revisit from Hot Toys. So let's have a quick look around and find out why it's won that coveted spot. As with the battle damage version, you've got an excellent light-up base here. Doesn't have the wall in the background there, but still suitably impressive with those railings, and a great way to display the figure. Really grounds it, places it, gives it context. Figure itself, now, there's been a lot of debate about this one. I think it's an excellent figure and a great 2.0 version. I think the proportions are on point. That uniform is excellent. The colour is right. Those boots are great. You get a vast amount of accessories with this figure. Lots of swap out features, including obviously the liquid metal bullet wounds. You get the weapons. You get the swap out motorcycle cop look. You get the hooks for the arms. And overall, it's a greatly accessorized figure. The head sculpt, now, I don't think this head sculpt is perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it is absolutely excellent. Skin tones, skin textures, all on point. Eyes super glassy, the hair really well done, and a really, really excellent take and vast improvement on the original, this one. Minor niggles, I would say those hands are way too big. Doing this famous pose here can look somewhat comedic, and if you do have spare Hot Toys hands, I'll put the originals back on for this review so you can see the issue here. It's best to put some spare hands on here. They're a little bit more scaled down, so a little bit of a playground mistake there from Hot Toys, but on the whole I think this is a phenomenal piece and a really, really good example of Hot Toys 2.0 versions that work. So there you have it, folks. That is the number 6 slot. It's Robert Patrick, it's the T-1000 from Hot Toys. So on to number 5. So in at number 5, yes, it's another Hot Toys figure. And this time we are looking at Hugh Jackman as Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine. And I've got to say, this is one of Mrs. Go Figure's personal favourite figures of 2025, and you can probably see why. Now, before I can hear already the groans out there in collecting land of people saying, "No, Mr. Go Figure, this is figure of the year. This should be number 1." Yes, that's a valid argument. But as I say, this is Mr. Go Figure's personal top 10 best figures of 2025. Opinions vary. Let's put it that way. But yeah, a superb figure. This one, absolutely amazing. Hot Toys flexing, doing what they do best, and showing that when they put their mind to it, they can really, really make something incredibly special. Proportions, yeah, nailed on, absolutely nailed on. That suit, phenomenal. The seamless body, everything here is a hit from Hot Toys. The weathering on that yellow and blue suit, the battle damage, the seamless arms, the muscularity, the vascularity, everything superb and screen accurate. There is nothing to complain about for me with this figure, absolutely nothing. I can't find anything wrong with this figure. I think it is simply stunning. And if I was to do another top 10, this might feature even higher. It all depends on the mood of the day. That head sculpt, as with the Keaton 2.0 version for the Batman Returns figure, I think what Hot Toys have given us here is quite possibly the best Hugh Jackman Wolverine head sculpt in 1/6 scale we've ever seen. The hair is impeccable, the skin tones are impeccable. The sculpt itself, the likeness to Hugh Jackman can't be faulted. It is Wolverine from every angle. The bulk, the proportions, the articulation, everything about this figure smacks quality. I know Hot Toys has its deriders, but when they get it right, boy do they get it right, and they most certainly got it absolutely right with this particular figure. So there you have it, folks. Number 5, it is Hot Toys' take on Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. On to number 4. Okay, folks, so yeah, this is turning into the Hot Toys show, I know, but in at number 4 we have another 2.0 version of a figure from Hot Toys. This time it's the Terminator from T2. This is the clean version, and once again a reworking of a classic figure, a Grail piece which has begged for a reworking for so long, but in 2025 Hot Toys finally gave it to us, along with the battle damage version and the T1000 as well. And boy did they give us something special. Once again, this is one of those figures that Mystico Figure struggles to find anything wrong with. I think it's simply amazing. From those weathered biker boots to the use of real leather, which is what we've waited for so long. The bulk of this figure, the proportions, absolutely nailed on. You get the swap out grey shirt if you wanted to use that one, but I prefer the black one. Proportions nailed on. The leather work on this jacket and these pants is absolutely excellent. Really can't be faulted. Getting that 6 scale graining right in there is always going to be difficult, but Hot Toys nailed it here. Accessories, although Spartan, are very, very good. Those glasses are superb. You get the shotgun, you get the box of roses. I would have liked to have seen a diorama with this figure, but what the hell. We got the old hexagon there, and it does the job perfectly. Let's talk head sculpt. Now, I've got him with the glasses on here. It's a look that I prefer, but that head sculpt, yeah, absolutely amazing. I actually prefer this head sculpt to the battle damage version. It is 100% Arnie, from that hairstyle, the colouring, the individual strands picked out, the skin tones, skin textures I keep banging on about, but they're all there. And it is 100% Arnie, 100% the T800 from T2. And a phenomenal piece of work here. And the risk of sounding like a broken record, when Hot Toys do 2.0 versions and do them right, they really, really are something spectacular, and that's what they've given us here. So there you have it, folks. That is the T800, the clean version. On to the next. Okay, folks, so it's time for that coveted number 3 spot. And yes, it's Hot Toys again. I think Hot Toys have dominated my favourite figures of 2025 in a way that they've never dominated before. They've had an outstanding year, in my opinion. So what do we have here? Well, what we've got here is a piece that is so big it won't even fit into the Apex Chaos Ultra that I normally use to showcase these figures. So we've had to come down to the table for this one, and an amazing figure it is too. Absolutely blows me away, this figure, and sort of reaffirms my faith in Hot Toys in their ability to produce absolutely stunning pieces, elevating the 6 scale figure to almost art. So what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at the battle damaged Darth Vader, aka Hayden Christensen. And a stunning piece it is too. Let's have a quick look at this base. This base alone is worth the price of entry. The sculpting here to give it that imperial look, the paint applications, the LED functions. You've got a red light that comes down from underneath there. You've got these red LEDs on the top there. Beautifully painted, beautifully sculpted, and atop that, you've got the battle damaged Vader himself. What a stunning figure, I have to say. Even to this day, still impresses the hell out of me. Just looking at the detailing here, the suit that Hot Toys used, they veered away for the first time from the old style of suit and the material that they used, and they went for a nylon here, and it really, really benefits from that nylon. Yeah, super impressive stitch work in that nylon. You've got this robotic leg. Excellent paint applications, excellent sculpting, and just next level detail. You've got the flesh where the artificial leg meets the real one. It's pink, it's red, it's really nicely textured and sculpted. The ripped suit itself, beautifully tattered, almost burnt in areas. You've got that sort of undercloak going on that's battle damaged and weathered with holes in it. You've got the cod piece. You've got the light-up features of the belt here. Now, regulars to the channel will know, not a massive fan of light-up features on belts, but this one, it works. That battle damage is continued up the chest plate, beautiful. You've got two capes with this figure. You can have the drape cape, but why would you want to use the drape cape when you've got this enormous plastic Vader-esque cape going on in the background? Yes, it's a ball ache to get it on. Yes, it's huge, but what the hell? I don't care. Detailing on these robotic arms, fantastic. And then you've got the head sculpt. 3 different variations. You can go for full helmet, you can go for half helmet like this, or just a shard. And I'm going to have to take this off at this point so we can just revel in the beauty that is this Darth Vader Christensen head sculpt. Fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, suitably creepy, suitably menacing, and just from every angle, it's a thing of beauty. Overall, yeah, a phenomenal piece and a worthy winner of the 3rd place spot in my best figures of 2025. But what will be at number 2? Let's find out. Okay folks, so coming in the number 2 slot, it's a figure from Inart. Now, Inart have had one hell of a year in 1/6 scale. They may not release with the same frequency as a company like Hot Toys and the others, but when they give us a figure, boy do they give us a figure. And what we've got here is their take on Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides from Denis Villeneuve's Dune, the first installment. And this, you could argue this figure is on the cusp. I think it just pops in, it just qualifies for 2025, although it was right there on the brink, so to speak, of 2024. But I think it did actually drop in 25. So yeah, that's why it's found its way into the number 2 slot. Not just that though. It's not just when it was released. Just look at this figure. I am a huge fan of Dune. Have been since the books were first released, and I read them as a youngster. So I waited for these movies with bated breath, and I wasn't disappointed. And what Inart have given us here is something truly stunning, in my opinion. I don't have a huge amount of Inart figures in the collection, maybe just a handful, but boy, are they something special. Let's start with this base. Now, this is so subtle, but so elegant, this base. I absolutely love it. It doesn't overpower the figure, but it places it. The sculpting and the detailing is excellent. My only gripe, as regulars to the channel will know, is that magnet system in there could be improved, but that doesn't detract from the quality of this figure. And it's the level of detailing here that really, really sets Inart apart, I think. This whole still suit, beautifully sculpted, beautifully detailed. The weathering is absolutely phenomenal. The screen accuracy is there in buckets. The accessories, they've gone to town with the accessories. You can see the still suit mask there in his hand. He's got the Cry's knife in the other hand, but you've got the pod on the back there, which is a bit obscured at the moment, but that is just full of all the Fremen accessories that you'd expect, and they're all beautifully done. You also get the swap out head sculpt, so you can have the cowl look if you want. I prefer this. I think why would you want to hide this amazing head sculpt? And it is stunning. I'm going to try and get as close as I can here. Skin textures, skin tones, broken record I know, but they're amazing here, even down to the imperfections in the skin. The eyes are beautiful and glassy, and from every angle this is Timothée Chalamet. And let's talk about that rooted hair. Probably some of the best rooted hair I have seen all year. The style is perfect. The fall is amazing. The colour is just right. Everything about this head sculpt really blew me away when I first got this figure in hand. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, there you have it, folks. That is the number 2 spot, and it goes to Inart's take on Paul Atreides, aka Timothée Chalamet. But what is at number 1? Well, we're going to take a little break. We're going to digress a little bit here, and before we hit the number 1 slot, we're going to have a quick look at some of the honourable mentions of figures that really impressed Mr. Go Figure in 2025 but haven't made it into the top 10. Okay folks, cue the fanfare, cue the drum roll, and it's number one. Yes, it's Mr. Go Figures Figure of the Year, and this will come as no surprise to regulars to the channel. Yes folks, it's Kaustic Plastik's take on Lon Chaney as the Phantom of the Opera. And what an epic 1/6 scale figure this actually is. Now, regulars will also know my love affair with Kaustic Plastik. They are producing figures from IPs that I want in my collection, and they are producing them to such a high standard. I think this is either the second or the third year in a row that Kaustic Plastik have walked away with at least my Figure of the Year award. So why does it get that? Well, it sort of speaks for itself, but just look at this diorama base. Yes, it's huge, but my God, it is a thing of beauty. You've got the organ all made out of polystone, beautifully painted. You've got the organ chair as well. You've got the pedals of the organ. You've got the magnetic music stand. You've got the violin. You've even got the vase and the inkwell and quill on the top of the organ as well, along with music. And along with the music book and the letters from the film itself, all beautifully rendered, all amazingly done. That base, I have to say, is I think this and the Darth Vader base that we looked at earlier are my two favourite bases of the year. But this wins hands down. Absolutely incredible screen accuracy there in spades and a thing of beauty. But the figure. This is the deluxe set. You can get the figure without the organ if you so wish, and I think it's a phenomenal figure. The tailoring here, let's talk tailoring. Exemplary, amazing stitch work, beautiful materials used, and as always with Kaustic Plastik, it's been done with tender, loving care. The likeness to Lon Chaney is phenomenal. That head sculpt is simply superb. Skin tones, skin textures, the paint applications, the hair. Everything is nailed on, even down to those gruesome and horrendous teeth there that Lon Chaney gave himself for the role. Phenomenal. Proportions, excellent. The body is great. The articulation is superb. And as with the Toshiro Mifune figure that we looked at earlier, hands and forearms, I think Kaustic Plastik produced some of the best hands in the 1/6 scale world. The vein work, the creasing, the paint applications are simply exemplary, and they've not missed a beat here with this figure. You get plenty of swap out hands, plenty of different looks, and with this one you even get the mask that he wears in the film as well. It is simply stunning. That's all I can say. Nothing for me has come quite close to this. I think it's as close to perfection in the 1/6 scale world as we're ever likely to see, and I think it is a thing of beauty. I can look at this for hours. It takes pride of place in my collection along with the other Kaustic Plastik figures, and I think it is simply phenomenal. So there you have it folks. Figure of the Year goes to Kaustic Plastik's take on Lon Chaney as Phantom of the Opera. That about wraps it up for this year, for 2025. But more importantly, what are your figures of the year? Any of yours in my rundown of the top 10? Would you add extras? Do you have a different figure that didn't figure in here at all? I'd be fascinated to hear what your favourite figures are of 2025. And judging by what we've seen this year, I think 2026 is shaping up to be a brilliant year, especially from Kaustic Plastik. We've got amazing things on the horizon from Inart, Kaustic Plastik, Hot Toys. I think it's going to be a fabulous year. So there you have it, folks. That is my best figures of 2025, but what are yours? I suppose all that remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching. Oh, what have we got coming up on the channel? Well, there's plenty more 1/6 scale figure reviews, showcases and tours, previews and news. In the review department, we have got Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim, courtesy of Infinite Studios. We have Blade from Susu Toys, aka Mr. Wesley Snipes from Blade Trinity. And we've got a raft more episodes of Grail or Fail and a boatload of other stuff as well. So I suppose all it remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching. I hope you had an excellent 2025, and I hope you have an excellent 2026 as well. And from me, from everyone we've seen today, and from Lon Chaney as well, a massive thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and happy collecting.